Pathology. You know, there was a time during last summer where I was just watching a bunch of movies, just killing some time. Wasn't particularly sure if I was going to review them or not. I was just kind of watching them just to kill some time, and these were always movies that I wanted to watch but just never got around to it, and just finally had the opportunity to check them out, so I decided to check them out, and one of those was Pathology. So Pathology came out around 2008, right around the time Milo Vigilante, or however you say his name, fame was kind of on the rise due to Heroes, and he was in this movie. It was sort of like this weird medical thriller. I mean, at least that's what it was advertised as. And, you know, I like the idea of, you know, doctors, killers, and medical things and things of that nature. So I was interested in seeing the movie, but then actually seeing it, it's one of those movies that's hard to put into words. I'm loath on calling it bad, but it's not exactly good either. Parts of it I really liked, a lot of parts of it I really didn't, and I'm not sure what wins out here. I'm not exactly sure if I was expecting too much, or what. I'm not exactly sure what it was about it that I just didn't respond to, but here are some of the issues that I had with it. So in the movie, and this is going to be a spoiler review for anyone who hasn't seen the movie, you know. So in the movie, you have this doctor, Ted Gray, who's played by Milo, and he's a graduate from Harvard. He's this big, like, you know, medical student type, you know, dude. He's freaking awesome, apparently. They work in the coroner's office, you know, figuring out how people were killed and things of that nature. He's engaged to Alyssa Milano, who's in this movie, and I'm not exactly sure why she's in this movie. Also, John DeLance is in this movie, Q. And if you don't know who Q is, it was a nice little surprise just having him show up in the movie, and I'm like, John DeLance in this, okay, nice. Also, there's that one guy whose name I can never remember in those movies, but he's always cool when I see him, and he was just freaking, like, intense in this movie. So yeah, you have Dr. Ted Gray, and he hooks up with these other medical students, particularly Dr. Gallo and his gang. And here's where the movie gets weird. So Dr. Gallo basically tells Milo that they're all serial killers. Like, in not so many words and in not so many actions, he's like, yeah, we kill people and then we try to figure out how each other did it, like a game. They get high on meth, and then they go in the basement, and then they just, like, you know, figure out how they killed, you know, a particular person. Like, one person from the group goes out, kills somebody, brings the body back, and then they're all like, okay, how did I kill him? That sort of thing. And surprisingly, Milo's okay with this, and therein lies my issue with this movie, is that the fact that I don't really see him being sold on the idea. When he goes out and kills someone, it's just kind of like, I didn't really see any build up to this. There was no, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And he cheats on Alyssa Milano. So, yes, you know what? That's what it is. It was the fact that they tried to make a protagonist out of a character that we really didn't care for. And it's not to say that he was like Tony Soprano, where we understood the character's problems or anything like that. No, Dr. Gray seemed to just kind of be like, hey, I can get away with this. I'm just gonna go cheat on my girlfriend, kill this person, and, you know, and now all of a sudden I have a moral code, you know. It just seemed like, you know, he was kind of flip-flopping around the place a lot. The parts of the movie I did like was Dr. Gallo. I thought he was good for who he is, except for this one particular scene where he just kind of goes off his rocker, and you'll know exactly which scene I'm talking about if you saw the movie or if you watched the movie. So, what do I make of Pathology? It was an unusual movie. It kind of reminds me of a movie I've written, much to my everlasting shame, but that's neither here nor there. Would I recommend watching it? Only if you're, like, able to handle, like... Okay, this movie's porn. Like, it's not porn, it's not torture porn. I mean, in some regards it is, but not like that in-your-face, like, torture porn. This is more kind of like psychological torture porn, but you do see some boobs and things of that nature in there, and a lot of other things in this movie. It's just, it's hard to put into words, and just when I was done watching it, I was just kind of like, gotcha, okay. Wasn't really getting the full... I mean, I could see if it was a slow corruption of Dr. Gray, and then, like, he sort of, like, realized what he was doing, and then sort of backed off, but he really didn't. And there was, like, a point in time where he could have, like, said, okay, I'm done with this. And even the group, it got to the point where Dr. Gallo, you know, crossed that line, and even the group was like, whoa, bro. You know, but, so, yeah, Pathology, weird movie, wouldn't really recommend it. I mean, if you just want to watch something that's entertaining, that will kill some time, and that's pretty, not violent, but, yeah, okay, I'll say it's pretty violent, but pretty gruesome. Like the Saw movies. There you go. Like the Saw movies. So, pretty much like that. It's like that. It's just one of those movies where it's like, okay, this is going to be violent. This is going to be, like, ridiculous. Just turn your brain off, sit down, and kill some time. That kind of thing. Anyway, that will do it for the Strange Review. A couple more videos coming for you guys later. Peace.